Hello, everyone. Schoolhouse Intuitive. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm here with a weekly reading for the Libra Collective. And since we have a lovely new moon on the 26th, new moon in Gemini, we are going to use a variety of moon cards, moon decks. So let's see what we have. We are going to start off with this deck. This is Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, all placements of Libra. So this is a general reading. Only take what resonates. We're going to look at, what's going on this upcoming week regarding career, love, abundance, relationships, all the good stuff, right? All the main areas of life. And this is going to be, well, looks like May 26th to around June 1st. Okay. Can you believe it? June. By the way, Libra, your next reading will in fact be June. It'll be your June reading. So first card out, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. What do you know? This new moon is a great time for taking action. It is in a fellow air sign, so communication could be better. There could be new love even on the horizon for some of you. We have a new moon in Pisces. With this card, meditate and contemplate. I feel as though a lot of you are actually coming out of an energy of that. And we have your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. This could be why we're being asked to meditate and contemplate, maybe, but I do feel as though, it's pretty clear taking action, with that being your very first card out, that some of you are either indeed getting ready to take action, or you're at least taking the steps to come up with some sort of plan, even if you can't actually implement it right away. So depending on where you are, the new moon will be the 26th or 27th of May. And it's a great time to start something new. Okay, so it could be businesses, and anything really, relationships even. So this is going to be really good for passion, for intimacy even. So this is just a great time to start something new. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be something you're passionate about rather than someone. Let's look into the Moon Dreaming Oracle now. All the decks I use are in the description box. And if you're interested in your general placements, I have a second channel, Mantic Mystic Messages. Here's the card. And you can check out your other signs there. What do we have, though, for Libra? Oh, 4 cards are coming out. All right. We have many moons ago. So embrace the wisdom of your past. Very nostalgic energy here. Have waning crescent, time to release the past. Okay, so you could be thinking about the past, and then it's like, yeah, but we need to release it. And then we have something very rare is about to happen. This could come out of left field. And you have Moon Dancer, a time of celebration. I think some of you have put something like a plan, and you actually maybe were faced with a difficult decision. You've made the decision for a lot of you, and you know which direction to head into. So, or you will very soon. All right, let's see. What do we have? Let's use the Dark Mansion Tarot by Tarot Techo Studio. What do we have for Libra, the Libra Collective? We'll use animal and angel number cards, all kinds of good stuff. Whoa, 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 whoa. First card out, the Sun, really. Ooh. One of the happiest cards in the deck, maybe the happiest. This is joyous outcome, success. Could be wealth, could be any kind of celebration. It could be restored vitality. You could be feeling much better this week regarding something that's maybe been going on for a while. I'm getting almost this like release, either you're like release of pressure or release, you're releasing yourself from something, but there is some sort of release. All right, what else do we have? Could be, again, like letting go of maybe a period where you're not feeling well. Or all right, you have 6 of Cups, another card of nostalgia. Now, a lot of people might interpret this as, oh, you have an ex coming back. I don't think so. I think it's going to be more of you looking back on your life, you looking back at things. You'll see this person's actually, they're looking back at a picture, but your very next card on the bottom of the deck is that 8 of Cups. So it's moving on, it's like, it's time to leave that past behind. Just like that waning crescent says, you have the 6 of Cups underneath that card. It's time to transition. You have the 6 of Cups that feeds right into the 8 of Cups. It's time to transition. It's time to move on. You could be getting a rare opportunity to move forward. I really think that's what it is. You have this rare opportunity to move forward. I'm excited for you. Maybe you can hear it in my voice. I am definitely excited for you because for some of you, this has been a long time coming. Yeah, this is like you've learned from your mistakes, maybe. You've learned from things that didn't work. You know clearly what you don't want. You can focus on what you do want. Oh my goodness. And there's the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Resources. Earth sign energy. That's what's underneath this celebration, time of celebration at hand. Dreams needing a practical plan, though, right? The Queen of Pentacles, they have a practical plan. They're very grounded in reality. This is about security, practicality, practical solutions, prosperity, opportunity. This is a card of opportunity. This is an energy of someone who knows how to use their resources and they have a plan, right? This is someone very grounded energy, as I said, making good decisions for yourself. You have the Eight of Swords. Now, for some of you, you could feel as though, or you could have felt for a while, because this could be a past energy where you weren't feeling as though you could move forward. You may have felt as though you know what I love about this is that you have the sun with this Eight of Swords. Okay, you have the sun with the Eight of Swords. Now, what's great about that is that this could be you having thought that you were, you couldn't, this is the sort of like victim mentality of the Eight of Swords, like thought that you were trapped, but you realize you're actually not trapped. You're actually not trapped. Oh my goodness. Then you have the Five of Wands here underneath that Six of Cups. I'm picking up on past energies now. All right. That's what's underneath the Six of Cups here. So the conflict, it's time to leave that conflict behind. All right, so this is what you're leaving behind. Now, the Eight of Swords with the sun above it, it's the sun shining down on the fact that, there's this new awareness that you do not have to stay where you are. You don't have to stay stuck. Again, there's something rare coming in. As you have that blue moon card, something rare is coming in or has come in. It could even be a new realization or visualization that you've had where it's like, you know what? You realize that you're not stuck and you can go forward. There's something about a dream being fulfilled, but it's because you've made the decision, you've decided to implement something or to change something, or again, to release yourself. There's some sort of release coming in. But it doesn't just come in. You actually, like, you have this opportunity to step forward, right? Oh my goodness. And there's the King of Wands. Yeah. Very action-oriented, a very passionate, fiery energy. Again, this can be tied right into that. Something rare coming in. You could actually have a rare chance to travel. You could have a rare chance to put your talents to use. You could have this rare opportunity where you just happen to be at the right place at the right time and get this job that feels perfect for you. You could stumble across a solution or like a cure even for something, a remedy it's going to be a game changer. This, in fact, is a huge game changer. Whatever it is you're doing is big. It's going to have big rewards. It's going to have a big impact on like all areas of your life. You could be moving towards financial freedom. A new home, a new occupation, even total healing. There's just something. There's something much bigger that I'm not sure if you're even realizing what this is. Oh my goodness. And there's the Emperor. I mean, seriously, this could be a really good opportunity in business. This could be, again, something about, your vision coming to life, the Emperor being very visionary energy, but with that Queen of Pentacles in particular, I mean, these are people who they're very solid. This is solid. Whatever this is good. This is going to lead to, well, it's a cause for celebration because it's going to lead to more stability, more structure. You have more discipline now, it seems. This is perfect. It's like some of you are putting that expression, you're putting where your mouth is. It's like you've decided and now you're going for it. And there wasn't even a whole lot of talk that needed to happen, although you may have contemplated something for a while. Great time to start a new project, though. Oh, it's also a great time to just leave something in the past. You have, oh my goodness, yeah, you have the Five of Swords, leaving this deception even in the past. So there's a little bit of like a sneaky energy from someone in the past, but they're long gone. I feel as though you've cleared that energy, or you are clearing your energy, and that's going to be a thing in the past year. Any sort of manipulation is also what's being, this is a card, manipulation too. You've come up with some sort of new strategy though. This is something that it's as though you that if any sort of sneakiness or anyone who is plotting or anything like that, it's like that's being, I actually, they're giving me the word vaporized. It's like it poof into thin air. Someone could just literally, like, that was, or a problem could just disappear. Like, or someone maybe you had a hard time with, they just suddenly, like, they don't come around anymore. Like, they just kind of stop. Like something just stops. Or maybe you were having like a significant issue with something, and then it just, like, poof, it goes, like something as fast as it came in, it disappears. It makes me even think of like a virus or something, you know? And it's like there's a bit of mystery to it, but you're happy to see it gone. Because there's the focus on leaving something behind. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Things are going to be much more stable now. I feel like things are getting things together. You're utilizing that intuition. Your intuition's actually sharper, brighter. You have better awareness overall because you've eliminated, or the universe has helped you eliminate, what doesn't serve you, what doesn't suit you, anything clouding your judgment, or serving as sort of this dark cloud following you around, like that Five of Swords energy. Ugh. Right now, the thing with the Queen of Cups is like, yeah, they're in tune and they're dreamer and all that, but they're very grounded still. They are still, in fact, a queen on their throne. Four of Pentacles. All right, so you may want to keep something to yourself while it's being developed, while you're actually they're giving me the word certified, while something's actually becoming official. Okay. So something may be a little unofficial right now. If it's unofficial, you may want to keep it to yourself. You don't want other people's energy all over it, whatever it is. Okay. By the way, I just want to thank all you who subscribe, who support me in ways like super thanks, super chat, memberships, all of that. All of that helps, makes a difference, and I appreciate you so much. All right. And members, I will be posting your members only video tomorrow for you, so you can check that out. All right. You have Temperance and you have the Empress. So very big, powerful cards stacked together. I love the fact that clarifying the Queen of Pentacles and celebration is the Emperor, and the Emperor, you have Temperance and the Empress. So the counterpart to the Emperor, the Empress. Again, a big time of fertility, creation, being in the flow. It's amazing to me. You have multiple queens here, and you have the Empress and the Emperor. I mean, this is a lot of powerful energy, but it's about personal power too, I feel. All right. And you have Temperance, and this is about, definitely patience. So, by the way, I call out astrological signs sometimes. I guess I will with the major arcana. At least you have the Emperor's Aries energy, the Empress is Taurus and Virgo, or Taurus and Libra. The Queen of Cups, water energy. Well, that's not a major arcana. You have Temperance, Sagittarius energy. So, that's just the energy. In a general reading like this, I don't find it to be super helpful to be calling out all the astrological signs for every card, but overall, that maybe you have those prominently in your chart. You have lilies here. I'm sorry, lotuses, aka water lilies. Also, there's something about long braided hair too. I don't normally pay attention to that in this card, but they're wanting me to something about long braided. So you or someone close to you maybe did or does braiding of some kind. Could also be the name Braden, Brady. They're just wanting me to really pay attention to the braids. So you could be wrapping something up neatly. Now, Temperance too. 1 foot on land, 1 foot on the ground, but on 1 foot generally in the water, right? And so it's like between worlds. You're it's like being very spiritual, but also being very grounded, or having that self-control. So this is also a card of harmony, moderation, middle road, right? You have the angelic wings here. It's divine intervention too for some of you. As you make something yours. Make something a reality. Really connected to home life too. Let's get one more of these, whatever's on the bottom. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Funny enough, I wanted to get just one more of these. I just said, signs don't really matter. And then you get new moon in Sagittarius. Temperance is what's underneath this. So Sag energy again. So now it may be a little more important. It's coming in, it's the energy of Sagittarius. So, Sagittarius could be like, happy-go-lucky, outgoing, loves to travel. Those are some general things connected to Sag energy, but there are a lot more. You could get a chance to travel, maybe. I don't really see any other travel cards. I guess this Sun card could actually be travel. You could have a rare chance to travel. You could win a trip. You could win something. You have the 8 of Wands here. This is in the reverse, though. And the 8 of Wands is usually about, that forward momentum, that travel, that rapid action. Some of you may have your travel plans canceled or delayed. Okay, so there's something here. You could be waiting too. It's like a waiting energy here when this is stuck. So your patience could be tested. You may have to be patient because something is delayed, halted. But luck is on your side. This happened for a reason. Okay, it's happened for a reason. Something has delayed you. Okay. Oh my goodness, another queen. The only queen you don't have now is the Queen of Wands, but you have the King of Wands. So, the Queen of Swords and the Two of Swords. So, Two of Swords came out first, then we have the Queen of Swords. And so this is, using your intuition, really. Tune out the noise. Use your intuition to make that difficult choice. You may have some sort of opposition. Again, this is a waiting energy here. You may be given something may be halted, paused, stopped, or delayed in general because you need to get clear on something. In fact, your last reading had to do with clarity. So we want to avoid making any sort of decisions that are too fast, right? We don't want things moving too fast with this 8 of Wands upright. That's why it's in the reverse. We want this to be something that's much more carefully thought out. So again, meditate and contemplate, like with this new moon in Pisces card, needing a practical plan. All right, with that other card. So yes, take action. It is, it's time to take action with something. Again, they're giving me Sagittarius energy. So that could be something, could mean something for you. But time to take action, but maybe the action is getting clear on a plan. When I see things like the Queen of Cups and the Two of Swords and even Temperance, and even the Five of Swords, like come up with a strategy. Okay. I love how almost every time I have the 8 of Swords, the Two of Swords is there too. And you'll notice both of them have like their eyes covered here. You may not be seeing things clearly, or you may be needing to get clear on something when we have these cards. And that the eyeballs are covered because you need to go in, you need to go within and find the answer to make this decision, okay? You could have some sort of self-imposed restriction or perceived weakness that's not actually a dilemma after all. The Queen of Swords gets right to the point. You could be cutting out clutter or confusion. I get there's an energy here of precision here, really getting very clear before making your move. All right, you're going to want to get clear on something because you have this great opportunity coming through. It's coming in. It's again that rare blue moon sort of opportunity. But there's something slowing it down. I'm wondering if there's anything that needs to be released here. Let's see. Let's get a surrender card here. Is there anything else? Anything that needs to be released here? All the decks I use are in the description box. Whoa, we have 2 cards flew out. All right. Oh boy. So you have drama and joy. So surrender to joy and surrender the drama. So no matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Stay centered, and that'll help resolve the issue more quickly. And this just came up in a recent reading for you. Surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let the joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling. During both the hard and easy times, keep surrendering to joy. Something's really taking off. Enjoy the process too. Like if you're trying to, do something new, and instead of rushing through, maybe look at the fact that, hey, you're only getting this, you're only doing this. I don't know. Say it's you're learning a new skill. It's like enjoy the process of learning. Let's get a future higher self here. Future higher self, messages from your future self. You have so much to offer the world. Don't ever doubt your contribution. This is so funny. This came up in your recent reading too. Amazing. Out of all of these cards. Wow. What else? The wheel will turn in your favor. Keep going. Some of you are doubting your ability to have this new start. But why? You're putting in the work. It's like you're due for a change. You're due for the wheel to turn, the luck to change. To rise, you must let go of fear. Okay, so there are some things that are in the way. One of them is fear. A lot of things in life, we come from love or fear. And there could just be something here where, for whatever reason, you're afraid to move towards the unknown, maybe. But that's the key with this Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups moves into the unknown regardless. They just know they want to move on to something better, right? Something that was once fulfilling no longer is. They're moving on. They don't necessarily know what's on the other side of the mountains, like in the cards. The mountains can symbolize challenges ahead, but they know that it's time to walk away, right? It's time to move on. And so facing our fear is a big part of that usually. What else do we have? Let's get more advice. Ooh, wow, okay. So the advice here, go deeper. New moon in Scorpio. Another new moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. Like with the meditate and contemplate, right? Also, unleash your kindest self, Capricorn. And of course, we have more Sag energy. Full moon in Sag, see the bigger picture. In your last reading, Libra, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to just promote other readings, but you may find something in the last reading that speaks to you, the one I did on Thursday for you, because there's something that has many layers. It could be a delicate situation. You may want to dig deeper. You may want to pause something, get clear, again, meditate, contemplate, get a practical plan, keeping your vibes high, right? Staying positive here. But that's so that you can get clear and see the bigger picture on something and avoid making a hasty mistake or hasty decision, right? That could lead to a mistake. Let's see if there are any money blocks in our way. Let's use this deck by Maruka X, because sometimes it's not just money blocks in this deck, it's other blocks too. So is there anything else blocking us? How can we make the most of this new moon energy? By the way, if you're a Gemini and you're here, happy birthday. It's your season. So you have divine timing and you have home. So your angels are working behind the scenes. Things will come together at exactly the right time. So don't expect things to happen in an unrealistic timeline. Not everything can be now, right? Again, there's a reason for the delay. There's a reason this Eight of Wands is in reverse. It's your only card in the reverse. Home. Invest in a home business or make money from home. So you could be focusing on some sort of home-based business. This is about becoming your own boss here, right? So stay focused. If that is in fact what you truly want. And then you have slow, making slow progress, but getting there, okay? So remember, slow and steady work leads to success that's sustainable. So we don't want to put things off either. We don't want, because we can't, just like we can't expect everything to happen all at once. We can't save everything till the last minute either. So there is sort of just this message about that too. All right, let's see what else. Let's get a Journey of the Heart card. Let's get a little bit of anything to do with relationships, because this could be relationships, unfortunately, can come into play here often. You have string along. So this is about someone maybe taking advantage, treating something as convenient. So there are no real intentions for a serious commitment. Okay, so you could be feeling led on, or you may be feeling as though you don't want a serious commitment. There's also something here about something being irreplaceable, someone, a relationship feeling irreplaceable. So focusing only on one partner. There's legal too. So the sword could cut through a situation that's been causing distress, bringing a resolution in your favor. So this is some sort of contract agreement. This isn't just about romance. You'll notice these cards. That's why I love using them. But look what they're doing. Look at this. You have the Queen of Swords in your reading. You have the Two of Swords as well, and the Eight of Swords. And then yet again, what do you have? You have a lovely Libra card here with the scales and the sword, and Justice is blind. So the blindfold is on. And then you have another card that says home. So there's something about belonging, feeling safe. So changes are happening in the home. It could involve a relocation. But remember, in divine timing. There needs to be a practical plan. And luck is on your side, though. So there's so many messages here. Like, yeah, even though it's a general reading, I do feel as though there are enough messages here, which I try to have that in my readings where I go on and on because I want there to be something for those who tune in. If you were drawn to this reading, there's something here for you. And so I do feel as though for some of you, I just want to tune in here for a moment. When I say that, I'm like tuning in psychically. I will say, unfortunately, just because something is in writing doesn't make it official yet. Okay, there's another message coming in about that I'm getting intuitively, okay? Or some of you may not believe something on a contract. You want to be going over any sort of paperwork carefully, any sort of agreement you're making. Some of you may not want to sign yet, all right? You may not want to be signing a contract. You could literally have a contract and you don't want to sign it yet. And there's a reason. Why are you hesitating? If you are hesitating that much, I think you do need to meditate and contemplate and get clear and figure out, is this really what you want to do? Because like it could be about anything. It could be a marriage. It could be a job. It could be a lease on an apartment or a car. And, really any agreement you're going into at this time, you're going to definitely want to be clear. And you'll want to go deeper, as this card's saying, okay? And see the bigger picture, as this other card's saying. And you'll do this by tuning into the divine, right? That's why you have so many cards that have your actual eyeballs covered. There's more than meets the eye to something going on, all right? There's something more to be seen. And that's why your first tarot card out was that Sun card. That is all about something really coming to light. All right, let's get more clarity. We go deep and deep and deep. We go deeper and deeper and deeper, right? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What else do we have for you? If you enjoy my readings, if you're enjoying this one, please do like the video and consider subscribing if you're a regular. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. All right, what do we have? What do we have? And if you notice, I'm a little less communicative in the comments right now. I have some things going on too, in the home and health and all that, and all kinds of stuff going on, just like any other regular person. So I'm focusing on getting your content out on time as planned. As far as comments, though, I may not be able to spend as much time, but I read every single one. I want you to know that. I do read all of them. All right, let's see. I just might not be writing paragraphs anymore. Not for now, anyway. At least not for the time being. All right, here we go. Joyful and carefree. This is a time to embrace a more uncomplicated lifestyle while stepping away from the chaos of everyday demands. Maintain a carefree attitude, all while fulfilling your responsibilities. All right, there you are. I have to be honest, I feel like I'm doing this right now. Like what I just said, I'm not able, I have other things going on. I'm trying to deal with other things that are that have my immediate attention. Like I said, health-wise, home-wise, career-wise. And so there are a lot of moving parts right now. And so I'm kind of having to reprioritize my time And that's, it's so that, to have a more joyful, carefree kind of energy despite having a lot going on. And I feel like a lot of you may be needing to do that. There's a lot going on this time of year. And so while I'm fulfilling my responsibilities as far as getting the content out, um, writing paragraphs in response to comments is like an extra. So you may be feeling as though whatever the extra is for you right now, that you're needing to shift your focus onto other things. Like maybe some of you're not going to vacuum because, you know what, the garden needs to be taken care of. And the garden is something that's a little more, it's a little more, it needs your attention now rather than like the floor, in your house. So paying attention to your priorities is really important right now. All right, well, let's see what else we have. It's also a good way for you to be communicating what you truly value to the universe too. All right. So your health, for example, or yes, the living things in your environment, they're right there. Anyway. Okay. So we have enjoying work. I don't know if that, anyway, if it came out like clear enough, but I'm getting that you just kind of need to renegotiate your time and how it's being spent and and your energy. It's like the end of May and it's a busy time of year. I mean, we're going into June now and there's just a lot more going on. And depending on where you are in the world, weather-wise too, the outdoors may be calling you, So yeah, it's how to balance it all. I feel like for some of you, you're stepping into this new stage in life. I'm actually seeing snowshoes, which is interesting. I mean, it's where I am, it's not winter. We're going into summer soon. So it's interesting though but there's just like you're stepping forward in like a new way. But it's like just for now. Okay. And then interestingly enough, I have temporary situation in my hand. Okay. So it is kind of like for now, this is how you need to do things. It's like you're needing to restructure something for now. Okay. So we have enjoying work, loving what you do fuels your success. Though not every step has been easy, your passion makes the journey more fulfilling. You'll finally find a career you love and thrive in. Wow, good for you. That's awesome. I feel like you're introducing yourself to the world in some way. And temporary situations. So don't let the temporary situation become permanent. It's a lot harder to make any kind of change once you get comfortable in situations that were never meant to be permanent. Yes, don't get too comfortable in something that's not meant to be permanent anyway. Maybe even a relationship. Okay, just saying. Let's see what else we have. Let's get a crystal card for the week. Crystal card for the week. Some of you may be trying to figure out how to become more mobile or how you're going to move something even. Maybe you're wanting to take your business on the road or something like that. Benedette or Bernadette. I'm getting a name like that. Whoa. So you have pyrite. Let the money flow in. Yes. And then you have lapis lazuli. Make a decision. So how are you going to achieve the victory, the success, the abundance you're wanting to bring in? Tying right back into dreams needing a practical plan. One more. Black kyanite. Set strong boundaries with something or someone. And phantom quartz. Embrace change. There it is. You have so many leadership cards in your reading with all these queens and the king and the emperor and the empress. There's like no doubt that you can do something, and you do have this rare opportunity coming in that's like that once in a blue moon card, right? But there's something like where you have to sort of, I'm getting renegotiate. You have to sort of renegotiate priorities or renegotiate a better contract, a better deal, a better something. Renegotiate and prioritize your time. I keep saying that, but I keep getting that intuitively. And you may need to be sorting through and sifting through details and language. There could be a lot of language in something that you're having to really kind of, you could be digesting a lot of language right now. You could be reading a lot of material or something. All right. You may have more responsibilities right now. And again, they're shifting responsibilities. But again, the wheel's turning in your favor, luck's on your side. Do not let fear of moving on or moving forward or succeeding stop you. But definitely see that bigger picture, tune into the divine, go deeper. What is it that you clearly and truly really want? What would be fair to everyone? And let go of situations that were never meant to be permanent in the first place is more advice from spirit. And let's get some other advice. Fertility. You had the Empress, right? So this is a perfect time to start new projects, fall in love, change jobs, and give birth to a new abundant life. Exactly. That's just it. Again, you have this real opportunity. I don't know how else to say it. It's big. It's like life-altering big. Huge. There's a world of possibilities now because you're going on this path. You've opened a new door. But you may need to, there's like some structure and discipline. And again, renegotiating, right? That needs to take place. All right. Pampering. Maybe you need to make room for you. So make time to pamper yourself, rest, have a moment of stillness to relax and restore your body and mind. And boundaries. Start building and preserving better boundaries in order to protect your emotional and mental space. Yes, that's part of that in renegotiating, okay? Prioritizing you and your safety and your peace and tranquility. You also have in reverse. So you already know the answer. Your intuition's trying to guide, protect, and inform you about a situation. But are you ignoring it? Are you asking for a sign, getting it, and then asking for another one? I mean, you're going to confuse yourself and your guides, right? All right. Empowerment. Give yourself permission to practice your power. You're more powerful than you realize. As I said before, these people, these kings and queens and emperors and empresses, that's about your personal power, and that is huge right now. You have so much personal power. Give yourself permission to be that powerful person you are. Let's get some animal cards and number cards to close out your reading. Animal deck. Which animal deck do I want to use? We can use the Stephen D. Farmer one again. All right. For Libra Collective. Humpback whale. Music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. Music, and you have unicorn. Yay! Indulge your creative, imaginative, magical side through some form of artistic expression. So it could be music for a lot of you. Yeah. I just heard someone talk about. I get intuitive messages through my guides and different ways. And one thing I heard is someone bakes pies. Okay, so yay, someone bakes pies either here or in spirit. But yes, I bake pies. Okay, great, baking pies. And making preserves, jams, jellies. Someone who passed on may have done that, or you do that. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, so you have 1111, a sign of spiritual awakenings. You're drawn to higher vibrations. And then you have 4567. So stay true to yourself. Stand firm as things change around you. Back to those boundaries, right? Now that is what I have for you. And I'm wishing a very happy new moon and a happy week. And soon it will be June. So that will be your next reading. Remember to tune in for that. Thank you so much for being here. You know how to show support.